Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
Hey.
Hello again.
No offense intended, but why should
That seems appropriately resolute and yet vague. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and go with you, but let me be clear about something. If you plan to help Caesar's Legion, this is going to be a brief relationship. I may not have all the answers for how to fix Freeside's problems, but Caesar taking control isn't part of the solution. Fair? All right, let's not waste any time. There are people out there to help. What's up? Helping the NCR is better than helping Mr. House, but I don't think it's the best solution for the people in New Vegas. If the NCR can take full control of Freeside and the Strip, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Besides, even if New Vegas eventually gets representation in the NCR's Senate, it's not like the NCR runs efficiently. I'm not exactly a mercenary, but taking out scumbags of this magnitude wouldn't cause me to lose any sleep.
Evening.
It's a sin, my darling, how I love you, because I know our love can never be. It's a sin to keep this memory of you when silence proves that you've forgotten me. The dream I built for us has tumbled, each promise broken like my heart. It's a sin, my darling, how I love you, so much in love and yet so far apart.
How may I serve you, master?
I've read about Repcon. I think they did some work with the
It's a sin
the government
hide
before the war.
behind this
Rockets and some energy weapon
smile
prototypes, I think.
to make believe that I found some
Another one of Poseidon Energy's mini-secret weapon projects before the Great War. It didn't go anywhere. That's how Repcon got their shot, so to speak.
when people know I'm still in love with you.
Stop thinking so much. Thanks.
I'm sure you're happy with another who shares a love I couldn't win. Why pretend that I can't live without you when deep inside I know that it's a sin.
Wait a second. What's going on? Am I playing Virgil to your Dante? I'd like to assume that we're tiptoeing into the mouth of hell out of academic curiosity, but I'm not so open-minded that I've lost my brains.
Short of canceling our imminent travel plans, that's the best thing we could have said. Just be careful. If we travel at Caesar's pleasure, he may not let us out as easily as he lets us in.
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute.
Any day now, Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave. We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out. I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro. A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel. The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they could make a difference in the fight against Caesar. Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I can convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me. much happiness I found. Still I wish that I could be back there today. I know my home is waiting for me by the river shore.
Hello.
I know that all the ones I love would welcome me once more.
So, you're
In dreams
back.
I see them now, though it seems I'm bound to roam. My thoughts are still of Texas and of home. Cattle in the old corral, the open range all round, sunlight and the smell of new mown hay. I remember though I've wandered and much happiness I've found, still I wish that I could be back there today. I know my home is waiting for me by the river shore. I know that all the ones I love would welcome me once more. In dreams I see them now, though it seems I'm
Give me a shout if you...
my thoughts are still of Texas and of home.
Sneaking done. Bad guys dealt with.
You looking to buy some supplies? Pleasure doing business with you. You looking to buy some supplies? Candy. Thanks.
West side, huh? I passed through here with another follower a while back, Anderson. The locals were having a lot of trouble getting water through.
I hear the Great Khans got massacred again. No survivors this time, though. Sticking around for the attraction? Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years. But, all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro. I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base in Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants. Internal saboteurs took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region. I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him. Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out.
To the town of our Priya rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more.
In a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
Made it plain to folks around.
Is that right? The million-dollar question is, who exactly are we settling?
He came here to take an outlaw back alive.
Yeah, it does. There's not a chance you'll find me helping the NCR in any way. They've caused me too much grief.
Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red.
All right, then. I'll show up at this gathering of yours. It might be good to see the others. Johnson excluded. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is, remember. Heavy weapons trooper. Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero.
Knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard.
There was
He never
40
questioned his
feet
orders,
between
never
them
questioned the
when they
legitimacy
stopped
of
to
what the
make
Enclave was
play.
doing. To him, it was all one
And the
unbroken chain,
swiftness of
from
the
Washington
ranger
to
is still
Richardson.
talked about today.
When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys."
And the ranger's aim
When we
was
left the
deadly
Enclave
with
behind,
the big iron on his
the love in
hip.
him burned itself out.
Big iron on his hip.
Now there's just a bitter old man left.
It was over in a moment
I suppose you're
and
right.
folks had gathered
When you're
round.
part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go
Before
without
them
losing
lay
part
the
of
body
yourself.
of the outlaw
Moreno may be
on
a
the
stubborn son of a
ground.
bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron.
Sneaking gun. Fighting now. That guy's dealt with.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Well, it's about damn time. What took you... Oh. I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now. Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then? Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew. I wonder if he would. It's pointless, I know, but sometimes I wonder what he wanted me to be. Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in mind for his little boy.
What brings you around this time? There's a twitch in my trigger finger. I've lost my eagle eyes, and the other day I could have sworn I heard Sergeant Dornan chewing me out. I'm old, and I'm starting to feel it. It's not pleasant, especially when you know your mind's slipping away. And we all gotta go sometime. But I was hoping for something a little more heroic. He was a drill instructor, I knew. But he was also the meanest bastard I've ever known. Once he caught this private out of uniform, and old Dornan went off on the most ear-blistering rant known to man. It was inspiring. Squad marksman. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I never killed a single soul who wasn't trying to kill me or one of my team first. I'm sorry to say that it was. Civilian casualties was acceptable and sometimes encouraged. My former squad mate Moreno didn't need encouragement. Moreno and I might have killed each other if Captain Krieger hadn't been there to pull us apart. But what do you want to know? I'm not saying. It's part of my mystique, after all. The truth of it is that I did cut out a raider's heart. But only took a bite to mess with his buddies. They had me surrounded, and I went with the first thing that came to mind. Some ran, and the rest were startled just long enough. But sure do. Had a wife for a while. A tribal girl. Really pretty eyes. But she's been gone a long time now.
Tell me what's in a kiss if your heart's not
Well,
in it.
ain't like I've got places to be.
Half-witted bliss. If we don't
He's seeing you.
begin it, I'm
Maybe.
feeling low down. You know what I'm talking about. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. This old house ain't a home with no love inside it, but we set out pretty strong. Now we just can't fight it. I'm leaving today. I don't wanna argue or shout. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. What's the use in buying a car if you won't buy gasoline? Who we used to be, 2 under par, now we can't get on the green. I don't know where it went, but it sure went a-flying. Love's like gold that's been spent. Now there's no use of crying. Tell me, where can I go? East or west or north or due south? You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. I'll take it.
Hey there.
What's the use in buying a car if you won't buy gasoline? Who we used to be, 2 under par, now we can't get on the green. I don't know where it went, but it sure went a-flying. Love's like a dove that's been spent. Now there's no use of crying. Tell me, where can I go? East or west or north or new south? You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out.
Your travel's been going all... Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
Maybe you're cold, but you're
I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. I figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow.
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded.
Like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar.
As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one
What's up?
they call Johnny.
Oh, I thought my chart. Back to the two.
Play it again, Johnny Guitar.
To the town of Alfree, who rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him and didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, a big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here
Personal space meaning anything to you guys?
big iron on his hip, a big iron on his hip.
I can't believe.
In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a good boy, 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 to 19 more, 1 to 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome Ranger was about to meet
Ready, steady, fighting.
There was 40 feet to play, and the swiftness ranger is still talking the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. The big iron on his hip. It was over to get his man. Had an enemy for the
Have a stand by. Have a stand by.
tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron.
Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boris?
Match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
That's all. Starting combat. Just kidding. Uh-oh. Cessation of hostilities complete.
Stars of the midnight ranges, light my way tonight. While my herd is grazing, guide them till the dawn. Watch them while I'm sleeping, till the stars are gone. Candles up in heaven, lend your light so strange, guide my weary dogie.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here. Docks inside the lodge. Such as was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along. Was part of the super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with the tribal. Now I'm here. Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well. Town was Broken Hills, Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time. We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end. All right. A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story. Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it. They expand, fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it, eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start. Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part. Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town. Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
Be sure it's true when you say.
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Stupid big owners were making noise all night again.
Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were
I hope it will snow later.
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma. Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar.
I love you, it's a sin.
Of course, Jimmy. Talk to you soon, dear.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. Call. You got sense enough to know it's a sin.
Dr. Henry's been smart.
Whole lot of folks hard and done been broken. Just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
Another human. One was enough. Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
I love you. If you break my
Dr. Henry, he's one of you. Go speak with him instead of me.
So be sure
Humans are always staring at things. We Nightkin don't like being stared at. Is uncomfortable. Ah, humans. Bother someone else. I represent the Nightkin. Marcus may lead this town, but the Nightkin listen to what I have to say. Doesn't mean I don't respect Marcus for what he's trying to do. However, he doesn't truly understand the difficulties of being a Nightkin. The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects on our minds. Jacobstown was supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to find a cure. Instead, we wait and wait. I'm sick of waiting. Finally. Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you. So many staring eyes.
Cattle in the old corral, the open range all around, sunlight and the smell of new mown hay. I remember though I've wandered and much happiness I've found, still I wish that I could be back there today. I know my home is waiting for me by the river's shore. I know that all the ones I love would welcome me once
I assume
more.
this is about something important? You're interrupting my research.
My thoughts are still of Texas and of home.
It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak, Gibson. I remember her living with a pack of hounds. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be viable specimens among them, if you can get to them. Very well. Show me what you brought so that I can analyze its potential.
Cattle in the old corral, the open range all round, sunlight and the smell of new mown hay. I remember though I've
Let's take a
wandered
look.
much happiness I've
Exceptional
found,
synapse
still I wish that I
responses.
could be back
Descended
there
from some type of
today.
cattle dog, I imagine.
I know my
If you want me to
home is
transplant this brain into Rex, he'll become more durable.
all the ones I love would welcome me once
Big
more.
brain on this one. All right, let's see. Damn, heavy amounts of the chemicals used in the drug Turbo are present. Transplanting this brain will make Rex faster than he was before. Let's take a... Have a seat. This will take a while.
Are we being watched?
Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score.
I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet you. I'm Calamity.
Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win.
Thank you. Change names and jobs every decade or so just to keep things interesting. I picked Calamity this time because it sounded nice. Never really done much science stuff till now. I'm pretty good at it. Or so Dr. Henry tells me. Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research assistant. We're looking into ways to cure the, I'm also handy with tools. Once in a while I venture down into the valley to trade the big horner hides and meat for supplies. Let me take...
Must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number.
Prospectors looking for salvage, usually. They always run when they see the mutants. The Great Khans come this way once in a while, but they keep their distance. I think they're mostly keeping an eye on us. All right. Another satisfied.
Again, you interrupt me. I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things... The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet. The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first. It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any cases where humans were negatively affected. Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin. Because Marcus asked me to, and because it's a reason for me to get up in the morning, I'd like to get one more grand accomplishment done. I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the super mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorns to Night Stalker attacks and would enjoy a little revenge. I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence. Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave. Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore. Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after.
If we'd only begin it, I'm feeling low down. You know what I'm
Bother someone else.
about. You let the blues move in now, I'm moving out. This old house ain't a
Lily's been
home
babbling about
with
grandkids.
no love inside it, but we set out pretty strong. Now we just can't fight it. I'm leaving today. I don't wanna argue or shout. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. What's the use in buying a car if you won't buy gasoline? We used to be 2 under par, now we can't get on the green. I don't know where it went, but it sure went a-flying. Love's like dough that's been spent. Now there's no use of crying. Tell me, where can I go? East or west or north or due south? You let the blues move in now.
Stupid big horners. We're making noise all night again.
What's the use in buying a car if you won't buy gasoline? We used to be 2 under par, now we can't get on the green. I don't know where it went, but it sure went a-flying. Love's like dough that's been spent. Now there's no use crying. Tell me, where can I go? East or west or north or due south? You let the blues move in You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out.
In the shadow of the valley, I would like to settle down. Wide open space, wind on my face, a distant horizon, the moon on the crest, in the shadow of the valley that I love best. You have always waited for me, and
Naughty children run from their punishment, but we'll find Betty.
sagebrush and
Ooh, those night stalkers, always killing my bighorners. It'll be nice to give them a piece of my mind.
I will find my rest
My, but that lucky dirty
in the shadow of the valley that I love. I have wandered many places, but they're all the same to me. Nowhere I found to settle down. A little bit further, I'll find my rest in the shadow of the valley that I love best. In the shadow of the valley that I love best.
Got a problem. Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs harassing the town, and they just showed up again. Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge, that sort of thing. It's getting hard to keep people from retaliating. Guess I can't say for sure if they're NCR. Wherever they are, they want us dead or gone. Not looking to fight. That'll give NCR an excuse to come up here and wipe us out. You're human. They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Hell, pay them off if you have to.
He came riding from the south side, slowly looking
Thank
all around. He's an outlaw and running came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead.
Our business is with the Muties, not you.
He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24. And the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more.
Just doing what I'm paid to do. Harass the Muties until they leave or attack us. If they leave, we'll let them go. If they attack, we wipe them out. Either way, the job's not done until they're cleared out of the town.
Wouldn't be too long in town.
Won't name names, but some important folks in the NCR are sick of muties attacking their Brahmin herds. They want them gone from NCR territory. Maybe this group had something to do with attacking Brahmin, maybe not. Doesn't matter. We're getting paid to make them go away.
Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red.
I've always known when to fight and when to back down, and it seems to me I ought to back down this time. My men and I are leaving. You won't see us around here again.
20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip, 21 would be the
Time to fight.
big iron on his head. It was 20 past 11 when we were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ring about to meet its death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red is not clear ready for a bullet fairly. And the Ranger's aim was with the big iron on his head. Big iron on his head.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round.
You have always waited for me. And
Naughty children.
Sagebrush and pine, old friends of mine, a little bit further.
Got a problem. Could use your help.
I will find my rest in the shadow of the valley that I love to
Our business is with the I've always known.
Wish the muties would make a move. I'm sick of waiting. Muties are so tough, it's got the firepower. Can't wait to get the rest of our pay for this job.
I have wandered many places.
Someday, I miss being in the master.
Something on your mind? Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us. Smart, charismatic, a hell of a mainstream. Doesn't care for humans, prefers fighting them to talking. He's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. He talks, they listen. Was hoping he could draw the Nightkin to Jacobstown. Keen is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again. He's aggressive, impatient, can't stand sitting around. Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. The Nightkin all suffer from schizophrenia. It's the stealth boys they use, or used to use. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more stealth boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up stealth boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice. That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keen and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for stealth boys, people are gonna get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback.
Came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around.
That's like saying Kaisar and Kimball would listen to each other. Nightkin don't have a lot of trust for others, mutants included.
Big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip, 21 would be the Ranger.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
Big iron on his head. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome Ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground.
Sneaking done. Fighting now. The hostilities complete.
The Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
Time to fight. Stealth riff. Uh-oh.
never once thought of settling down. Darling, the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew my rambling days were through.
Made up my mind a long time ago. When the right man came along, somehow I'd know. Heart is true, eyes as blue, and a smile as wide as a western sky.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Let's ride into the sunset together. Stir up
Was that all?
side by side. When the
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
I'll be here with you. Into the sunset we will
Bad guys dealt with. This one looks pretty tough.
I'll be your cowgirl, you'll be my
Cessation of hostilities complete.
You'll be my dear. I'll be your
Are we being watched?
when the day is done. Homeward we'll be wending like a movie with a happy ending. Let's ride into the sunset together. Stirrup to stirrup, side by side. When the day is through, I'll be here with you. Into the sunset we will ride. Yodeling.
Is there something else I can do? There's still power, but the casing is cracked. I'm astonished that exposure to the stealth radiation could induce mutations so rapidly. More importantly, this explains why my research into this group of Night Stalkers hasn't come up with a cure for the Nightkin. There's only one avenue left for me. I need to run the Mark II test on Lily. It's the only way. Lily is eccentric, certainly, but I've never felt she was dangerous. More importantly, she asked if she could help me in some way. I've told her about the risks, and she still insists on helping me.
It's a sin.
Possibly immediate and permanent mental damage. There's a reason the Stealth Boy Mark IIs never got beyond the prototype stage. Lily already has a pre-existing condition, and the experiment will likely make things worse for her.
Just because these words were spoken, I love you. My, but that Lucky 38 is a large building, and so fancy. If you break my heart. Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best. You'll see. I'll go to him now. When you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie.
The equipment is hooked up and ready.
Be sure.
Very well. Please stand back. I don't want any erroneous readings. You're welcome to stay and observe if you want, though.
You got sense enough to know it's a sin.
All right, power on the Stealth Boy, Lily.
Turning it on. Feels strange. Strange but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lily smash! Yeah!
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is unstable and scrambling things. The reading says gamma wave activity is 0, but that can't possibly be right. Gamma wave activity is 0.
When you
say I love you, must be a result of the interference.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the Stealth Boy down, Lily.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment, once I've analyzed the results. Uh-oh.
Well, well, congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over and we'll be on our way. My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the Stealth Boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with your insides. No, I didn't. Not until now, anyway. Very well, human. You've made your point, and I withdraw my request.
Nice work with the Nightkin. I've never seen anyone able to talk their kind out of anything once they had their mind set to it. I got a lot of useful data from the experiment, and am a lot closer to a cure than before. It's occurred to me that this brief test might not yield a cure anytime soon. However, if Lily were to continue to wear the prototype... That's brilliant. Simple yet elegant. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Is there something else I can do? Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really...
It's a sin to hide behind this heart.
Bother someone else. The Stealth Boys. Bother someone else.
It's a sin to say that I don't miss you when people know I'm still in
Leo
love
doesn't
with
like
you.
that you...
I'm sure you're happy with another.
Leo thinks there will be lots more chopping to do now that Caesar is dead. I do hope you'll be careful, Pumpkin.
Why pretend that I can't live without you when deep inside I know that it's
Nice children shouldn't play in places like that, dearie. That's the sort of place Leo likes.
Stars of the Midnight Ranger.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Stars of the Midnight Ranger. Light my way tonight. While my heart is brazen, guide them till the dawn. Watch them while I'm sleeping. Till the stars are gone.
What's up? The strips. Not a bad place if you love.
Candles up in heaven.
I like how you handled king. Without the Nightkin around, Jacobstown would be much weaker than it is.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Hey there. Thanks.
Is there something else I can do? I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed. Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone, but he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
Yeah? Yeah.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
I would like to settle down. Wide open space.
Time to fight. Cessation of hostilities complete.
just as a warning, like...
Bandaging skills are a little rusty.
Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
I have wandered many places, but they're all the same to me. Nowhere I've found to settle down.
What are you talking to me for? Talk to...
I'll find my rest in the shadow of the valley that I love best.
Okay, I'll go away.
What are you talking to me for? Talk to Krieger.
Krieger's the officer here, not me. The
I'm
final
ready
say
to
on the
fly
plan
once
is
we've
up to
got a
him.
plan.
Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against? Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him.
It's a sin to tell a lie.
He won't turn on us, but he's a good shot, and I'd hate to do this without him. You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. We're all here.
Talk to
Talk to
Juice.
Krieger about what you've got in mind.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out.
If you break my heart, I'll die.
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this.
So be sure.
Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
It's a sin.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest. When Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end. But at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done.
You got sense enough to know.
I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro, and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out of the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get.
If you break my heart, I'll die.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seemed to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then? True enough, I suppose. Getting them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the Vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance. The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind. So much for...
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
The might of the NCR. Their president got killed over at Hoover Dam.
true. I'm going under, getting over you. I'm going under, drowning in the blue. I'm down so doggone low, have to look up to see the soles of my shoes. I'm going under, getting over. I'm going under.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasmacaster. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find me. It's the least I could do. All I ask is that you put it to good use. This place has lived in the shadow of Caesar for long enough. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye. What's up? Let's just say it's true. What's up?
Helping the NCR is better than helping Mr. House, but I don't think it's the best solution for the... If the NCR can take full control of Freeside and the Strip... Besides, even if New Vegas eventually gets representation in the NCR's...
So the great Caesar is dead. Happy news, but I don't know that it'll make things safer. The rest of his goons may be even worse once they take power. I'm sure you have your reasons, but we are much too busy to waste our time on those selfish bastards. Even if we wanted to, we don't have the resources to handle. Unless you can handle our supply shortages, the best... Sure.
Will sir be staying for any... Very good.
Hey there, youngster. Get. Hey there, youngster. Another satisfied customer.
Move along, please.
Welcome to Vicky and Vance.
never once thought of settling down. But darling, the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew my rambling days were through.
Made up my mind a long time ago. When the right man came along, somehow I'd know. Heart is true, eyes as blue, and a smile as wide as a western sky.
Let's ride into the sunset together, stirrup to stirrup, side